Are you thinking about buying a condo in Northern Virginia? Well, then this video is for you. Today I'm going to be going over the 5 reasons why I think that condos are a really powerful idea and a great starting point for homeowners in Northern Virginia, and some of the mistakes that you can avoid whenever you're buying your first condo. My name is Andres. Welcome to the channel. I'm a local realtor here in Northern Virginia. I am based in Falls Church, but I service the entire area of Northern Virginia. If you ever need any help, please feel free to reach out. My information is in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Home prices in Northern Virginia can feel completely out of reach, and I totally understand because I was in the same boat as you guys, and that's why I chose condos as a perfect entry point into the housing market. With the median home price in Northern Virginia at $770,000, it can feel like a complete stretch and maybe even a pipe dream to a lot of people to ever afford a home in Northern Virginia. But the good thing is, you don't have to start at a $770,000 single family home. You can start with a condo for as little as $350,000. My wife and I bought our first condo in Northern Virginia, a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom in Falls Church for $250,000. So there are a ton of affordable options in the area that you can use to get into a home and get into the housing market. Condos in our area offer affordability without sacrificing location. So this is really especially important if you are someone who commutes into DC on a daily basis. You can get condos in Falls Church, Arlington, Alexandria for $200,000 to $300,000, whereas single-family homes in those areas are going to cost you $700,000 and over. So you'll still be able to live in those areas, have a commute that doesn't make you want to quit your job every single day, and still be able to take in some of those reasons why you want to live in those areas, right? So the commute, bars and restaurants, nightlife, tons of activities in those areas. So condos offer you a perfect outlet and a perfect option for being able to live there without sacrificing all of the money that you currently make. Condos also offer maintenance-free living, right? So all of the maintenance that you would have to do in a single family home or a townhome to the exterior of your house, that's all covered by the HOA. Now, one big pro tip, always look at the HOA and what it covers, right? So some HOAs will cover utilities, they'll cover landscaping, any repairs that have to be done to the building. Other HOAs won't cover those things. So you always have to look and ask your realtor to confirm what exactly the HOA covers. Also look out for your HOA payments. So some HOAs can be a payment of upwards of $1,000 per month added on to your monthly payment for your mortgage. So if that's the case, that can sometimes blow up people's budgets. You got to watch out for those HOA fees. Normally what I've seen in Northern Virginia, and especially 495 and inwards, is you're going to have an HOA fee somewhere around $400 to $500 is pretty fair for our area. But some buildings with more luxury amenities can be, like I said, upwards of $1,000 a month. Reason number 3 is you do get prime locations. So a lot of condo complexes, especially the newer ones, are built around convenience. So they're going to be built near shopping centers, they're going to be built near metro stations, a lot of the mixed use buildings where you see restaurants and shops on the bottom floor, and then above those are those new condos. So you're not going to have to sacrifice your social life, your commute time by living in a condo. You can have those things and not pay the single family home prices. Take a look at areas like Springfield, Vienna, Falls Church. Obviously, I'm very partial to Falls Church. I love it. Has a great downtown. It's close to 2 metro stops. But take a look at those areas as opposed to maybe Arlington or Alexandria if you want something a little bit more affordable. The 4th benefit of condos is that they offer amenities. So part of those HOA fees, which I talked about, are the amenities, right? So you don't have to just pay for things like the lawn care, utilities, the boring stuff, right? You actually get things like gyms, pools. They might offer a business center where you have access to internet for free, a concierge. So a lot of condos and HOA associations offer those things as part of the HOA fee that you're paying. So the HOA fee is not all bad. We don't have to defund every single HOA. Some of them offer some really cool and unique things where otherwise you'd have to pay for a pool membership, pay for a gym membership. So those things can be upwards of $100, $200 a month, but that's built into and caked into your HOA fees. So no need to worry there. and no need to defund the HOA. Depending on what type of loan you're going to be using, you do need to see if the condo association is approved for that type of loan. So this is coming into play whenever you're using an FHA loan or a VA loan. So condo associations have to be approved by the FHA and by the VA if you want to use those type of loans. When you're looking at properties, you can ask your lender if this condo association in this condo is approved for the type of loan that you're using. I saved the best for last. The fifth reason, and actually my number one reason for loving condos so much, is that it's a phenomenal way to build wealth. So if you're in a position where you're younger, you don't have a family yet, purchasing a one bedroom, one bathroom condo is incredibly affordable in our area compared to townhomes and single family homes. And the great thing is, after you live in it for a year or two and you're ready to move out and ready to upsize, you can turn that into an apartment, right? So you can then rent that out and cover your mortgage payment. Now, of course, you're going to need to do the math. Talk to your real estate agent, especially if they're someone who's an investor like myself. That's actually what my wife and I did with our first two condos. Is we lived in them for a year and then we converted them into apartments, right? So now we have two condos, both are one bedroom, one bathroom, that we use as investment properties. And this is what we're doing to build our wealth, build that real estate portfolio that is going to really sustain us later on in life. So condos offer a really unique way for you to also build wealth for your family generationally. My last bonus tip of the day today is going to be the HOA review document period that you have in Virginia. So the Virginia sales contract states that you have 3 days to review the HOA documents. And in those 3 days, you can void the contract should you see anything in those documents that makes you uncomfortable. So this is a contingency that's actually written into the sales contract, and it's standard in Virginia unless you choose to waive that contingency. So if you want affordability, convenience, low stress, and still being close to the city, please take a look at condos. It's a great, great option in Northern Virginia. There is a ton of condos all around. Pretty much anywhere you want to live, you're going to have the option to look at condos in that area. If you liked the video, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions related to real estate or living in Northern Virginia in general, you can feel free to contact me in the description. You'll find all of my information. You can reach out. I'm never too busy to help out and to talk about my area that I love so much. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for our next ones.